Nope, just making sure everybody's on there. We're live.
I've documents for you guys.
You say, we talked about that the other day, you're just gonna go ahead and do like you were doing and
There's yours.
run your thing.
This is not on this one now, right?
Right.
Okay.
Trish is.
That's right. I put stuff in there. Okay, so there's for you.
No, you are not.
Thank
No,
you.
Brian is last.
Thank you.
You're the, no,
Just briefly.
Yeah, okay, let's split up.
Thank you.
Does anybody need a pen? I brought extras.
Outside is on.
Okay. All right, you wanna call us to order, Amy?
Yes, I do. At 6:03.
6:03, we can do the pledge. I pledge allegiance
To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay, roll call, Trish Carroll. Here. Amy Morgan.
Here.
Randy Hurley. Here. Steve Brogan.
Here.
Ron Hensley.
Here.
And me, I'm here. Okay, minutes from your meeting last month with the organizational, where you selected your officers. And then I have the one here to sign, so I'll pass that down for you guys. So Amy Morgan is the president now, Brady Hurley is the vice president. You guys approved the $25,000 ladder truck. The chief gave us his update. We talked about the EMS stuff, the celebrations, which that's upcoming in, like 9 days? And then we're keeping our legal counsel the same with defer brand. And then we talked about the elections being held out here, which we got a lot of positive feedback. They actually gave, but they like sent somebody out that day and got a little thank you card too, because I think you brought him pizza too, didn't you? He spoiled them that day, but everything was really nice. A lot of people were happy and they were like in and out of here really quickly. This is a really good spot to have it.
Oh, yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
I will say, I live next door, right? So, but I watched over that entire weekend before and they worked really, really hard getting this ready. So, kudos to you.
Yeah, it showed.
Out the front hallway where my office is, because they redid that and then they got the bathroom all finished up in there too. It does, they, like floors clean, carpets cleaned, it was nice.
It definitely showed. From people who've seen it previously, not that it was horrible, but you could tell that you worked on it. So we appreciate that for sure.
So, and if somebody, if you guys are good with that, you should all have your copies of them, but,
I make a motion that we accept the minutes from last meeting on April 23rd.
Okay,
A second.
Treasurer second. Everybody in favor? Anybody opposed? Okay. So we're bringing it up to make you guys aware that we did have an OSHA complaint and we've already responded. So someone, it's anonymous, we know who filed the complaint. It was retaliatory. They are no longer with us. They were separated from the department. It was the very next day that the complaint came in. The basis of the complaint was that our apparatuses are all driven at 95 miles per hour. None of them have working seat belts, and that we have people who aren't trained that are fighting fires. So, Bud got that. He has already responded back to it, and what he did in addition to his, appeal to it or whatever, was he had Chief Hicks come down here. He inspected every single seat belt that we have. Every single one of them is operable.
Good.
He signed off on a checklist of all of that. He contacted 36 Diesel Repair, who's done work for us. So there is a $390 invoice in here But they came and did an inspection and confirmed that none of our vehicles can even go 95 miles per hour. That was submitted, and then I know we sent 2.5 or 3 months worth of training logs and daily checklists and all that showing who's been responding and that each one of those people are obviously more than certified or qualified or whatever to do something. So they have already told Bud they don't anticipate it being a problem. The person who filed the complaint does get like a 2-week window to appeal whatever their finding is, which is that everything is fine. And then she said that she would contact us from there. So once we get that confirmation that we're good to go, we'll send it to you. But he went through the entire process with them and everything's fine. But wanted you guys to be aware that it came in.
And for the record on training, right now, we have 4 times more training than any department.
Yeah, we have a ton of training.
Are we to expect more of these retaliatory things from this person? And is there a way to combat that?
Mhm.
No, okay. So it is
As long as we're
possible.
doing everything right, you're fine.
All right.
Yeah.
I suppose we could file, if it continued several times, we could file some kind of harassment charge.
It's anonymous
It's
though,
anonymous,
so we can't prove it.
It's
We know.
anonymous.
We know who it was, but we can't prove that that's.
As long as we're doing everything right, there's nothing to worry about. It'll just be a headache every once in a while.
And cost us.
Yeah, a little bit.
Very many, but
Now we at least have this though for our records,
Yeah.
so, but I mean, we dealt with this a couple of years ago when we made the leadership changes and we had people filing claims with the Department of Labor that, we didn't pay their wages. None of that was true. Every once in a while, I think it's kind of a workplace hazard, unfortunately.
Yeah.
But Bud did a good job handling that, and so, like I said, once that's officially settled, they will give a written response letting us know that the complaint is closed. Of course, at any point in time, we're always due to, receive a random inspection or something from OSHA.
Yeah.
So then the next thing is, I just mentioned it, but we were notified by the State Board of Accounts, there is an audit. They're supposed to do it every 2 years. They have not done one since 2023, but for the years, 2019 to 22, Trish, or 21? 20, I think it was 2018 to 21 is what it was. So now they're just coming back and picking the next 4 years and doing that. So I've submitted what they need, and then basically we'll just kind of wait from there to see what other information they want. I don't know if it's gonna be like a soft audit where I'm just gonna be submitting some documents. I don't know if they'll want to come in and work directly with. But I don't anticipate there being any issues. Just wanted to keep you guys apprised of it because there will be a cost for it, and a portion of that really the bulk of it will come from the territory funds because that's the bulk of our expenditures. Okay, so we got the ladder truck. I don't know if you guys have seen it, and if you want to, I'm sure Bud would be happy to show it to you. But we had talked about getting it decaled, and so we weren't in like a major rush because it's not like it's in service right now, but he did get the quote for the decals. And it's working with Rapco again. They're the ones that have helped us majorly on things. So the cost to decal it is $1,610, and there is like a proof of it. So I'll pass that down so you guys can see it. So we are asking for the territory to recommend payment of the $1,610 to Rapco to decal that.
We need a motion.
Yes, please.
I'll make the motion to pay Rapco
Okay.
for the decal.
I will second it.
Anybody have any questions about it or anything?
No.
Okay, everybody in favor?
Aye.
Anybody opposed? Okay. We will pass that recommendation to the advisory board. Okay, so on this agenda line, we got some quotes from Hoosier Fire. They are actually old quotes. That we were incorrect on the ones that I had listed on here, so I have the correct quotes with me. So these amounts on the agenda are not the ones that we're gonna be looking at. What we're actually looking at, and I have them all here in all of my things.
I'm betting it's not less.
You would be correct. So one of them is specifically, one of them is Stoops Freightliner, and this one is for, Stoops for 82.
The tanker.
Oh, for the tanker, okay, so tanker 85. And so we have the inspections that we do annually, and then obviously items come up and things that need to be fixed have to be addressed. So specifically to fix some of these inspection fails, we need an approval for,
Well, that's one quote for the tanker and you have another one for the tanker, right?
I've got the other
Okay.
one, yes, yeah, I was just gonna do them separately since they're different places.
Oh,
You're talking about the J&J one,
yeah.
that's the one I just printed, right?
Did you just get the one quote from Scoops?
Do what?
Did you just get the one quote?
Yeah, it was supposed to be here and then I asked for 2 or 3, but I've got 2 quotes for the tanker.
Yes,
They've got 2.
yeah. So then the other one is from J&J Equipment, so they're a little more
Yeah,
mom and
old
pop. But for tanker 85, they have, $350 for the alignment cost, $500 for the tie rod, and $300 for the labor, so they kind of broke it down for us in case it was something that we needed to piece.
So how much
So-
total? 1100?
Mm-hmm.
What's that one?
13,
Wait, so it is less
350.
than what you have on here.
1150.
It is less.
Well, yes, but we've got another,
Right, but just for that one,
yes.
it was less.
So,
Okay.
so if we go with J&J, which I think that we should, and we've worked with J&J before, haven't
Well, I was
we?
gonna say, do we have a preference?
Yeah.
Do we prefer one over another?
I think sometimes Stoops is a little bit easier.
Can we
because
get
they're a
in and
little
out of one
faster,
quicker?
But,
Not always.
J&J is probably your best bet.
Okay.
yeah,
Scoops
Okay.
is outrageous.
Well, they're more commercial operations.
Exactly.
They have more overhead.
They're
for
a
sure.
dealer.
Yeah, exactly.
so with that in mind, do you want to make a motion to approve, J&J for the tanker 85 repairs?
For that estimate.
I'll make the motion to have J&J do the repairs on the tanker.
I'll second it.
Before we vote, just so I can, what was it, the quote from J&J?
1150.
Thank you, I thought it was. Thank you.
And then,
Where is J&J located?
Sulphur Springs.
Oh, that's,
is that where Brandon works? Okay, that's what I thought. So Brandon that's on the department here in Barnell, he works out there.
Over at Local Carpenters Union. What was that?
He said 5 different jobs and said, you wouldn't hire him.
I couldn't.
Right.
And then the next one that needs repaired, which we're scratching engine 82 off of that list because that one is fine for right now. So the next one is engine 81, that's the big one, the newer engine that we have. And the only quote that we have for that one is from J&J, and that one is $1,850 to fix that.
What's wrong with it? Oh, thanks, Ron.
It's $350 for an alignment, $600 for a kingpin, $500 for a tie rod, and labor is $400.
So, Kingpin's bow already on that thing? Gee whiz.
I don't know what that means.
How long we had that truck?
It's what, 3 or 4 years old?
wow, that's almost.
No, 2019.
No, that engine's not.
Well, 2020 is when we got it. 2019 was when the accident happened and they started. Because 2021 is when we started paying on it and then we paid it off.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So 4.5 years.
No. Seems awful short time with Kingpin, man.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff. The DEF systems have issues too, so.
Oh, is it really?
So what system?
Death.
Yeah, so, which that's a
Is there a warranty on that?
No, there's no warranties on it at all.
Is it's expired or?
So you just have the one quote for that one?
yeah.
Yeah, so Stu's, they were having a hard time finding parts for that truck. They were supposed to give me a quote also.
J&J doesn't think they're gonna have any issues with parts or anything. I mean, we're already using them for one, we're comfortable with them, we know
Yeah,
some of the people that
I
work
will
there.
say the mechanic from Stoops came here today,
And we know it was less on the other ones.
Exactly.
and he said he'd be willing to work it out to where we start buying the parts in-house. So we could shop for those parts.
Get what we need.
Yeah, and that would make a lot of things.
Which we have Brandon, who obviously knows how to work on that, and we have Christian, so it's not like they can't identify the parts that we need, purchase them, save ourselves.
So that could be something, it's a money saving thing.
You have to be certified to work on fire
I was
trucks.
just getting ready to ask that same.
They are,
Huh?
they're certified.
I didn't know if
The
you
guys
guys
here,
some kind of
Christian is
certification.
certified across the board, he can work on them in-house if he wanted to. My thing is, I don't want him to do it for free.
Mhm.
That's a lot of work, you know,
The kingpin and stuff like that, yeah, it would be.
that's a lot of work to come here and say,
What
I'm
is
here
a
by the
kingpin?
time.
Yeah, you're not really set up for it.
What is a kingpin?
I thought it was like something to do with drugs, so.
I didn't know it came from.
She been watching Narco.
Yeah.
DC
What kind of-
Comics.
What is a
So I'm not
kingpin?
wrong.
What is that? What is it, Ron?
It's what your tires, your axles and your tires and.
Basically, the two come in together.
I mean, I'm not a mechanic either, but.
Okay.
It's under the hood.
Makes the wheels on the bus go round and round.
Okay, perfect.
It's important.
That's what I needed, because I know you got a steer and stuff.
You'll have other quotes moving forward, but, I think AJ1 has like 4 leaking valves. It's due for pump testing. Stuff like that. But,
So are you wanting to go with J&J
yeah,
for
for these
the,
two
these two things?
For these two.
I mean, because obviously we leave that to people who know what they're talking about, since we didn't know what it was.
For these two trucks, it's pretty simple. It's not really fire.
Mhm.
Four leaking valves.
The fire truck stuff, like the valves.
This one's
and all that,
18.
that's the
Yeah,
we-
18-liter
When
fire.
it comes to
Just
pump
the
stuff,
kingpin.
we'll do all that
Other
stuff.
The other stuff will come up later.
So there was 4 leaking valves and what else?
That's not for this though, right?
No, that was for, I can't remember the other ones right offhand, but I think we go into pump testing next month, and then we'll know for sure. But I do know NJ2 and NJ1 both failed the pump test, so we just have to repair them. We've already replaced probably 6 or 7 valves in that brand new truck since we've had it.
Mhm.
Go on.
It's like the crux of things that were made during COVID. I mean, really, that's what it comes down to.
Not
So are you good then, Ron, to just make your motion to recommend J&J Repair for $1,850 to repair 81 and $1,150 to repair tanker 85? And
Both
then
of
we just do both of it
Yeah.
all at once, since we're
Yeah.
just gonna go with the same
Yes.
person or the same company?
them.
Okay, are you good to still second that then, Steve?
Brandy this.
You were the second on that one.
Oh, I was?
Yes,
Okay, yeah,
Ron was the first and then
Sorry.
you were the second.
absolutely.
Oh, look at me, I'm just writing on different agendas, it's fine. Okay, everybody in favor of using J&J for both repairs? Anybody opposed? Okay. So as we are working with Keyser Consulting, they're doing our financial plan and our like 5-year study. I actually printed extra copies of these for you guys, and I meant to pass them down. Here is, there, I think there's enough. It has come up that we do not have really any sort of capital assets tracking or ledger. Last year, we had to do that capital improvements plan where we had to submit, saying how we would use our like reserves from the township general fund, otherwise they were gonna make us allocate it to the county's road funds. And so we did that, and then now that we're doing this audit, like with the annual report every year, I have to submit what our assets are in the capital assets thing. But we don't have a good way to track them. And it's gonna make it even more difficult for Keyser Consulting to be able to give us a good picture of how we're going to replace and manage the equipment we have if we don't even have one home for all of it. So Dave, who is just been really awesome to work with, by the way, he did our, Mom, it's the same people that did our park plan. yes.
Oh,
Um,
okay, I was gonna ask you that.
Yes,
They
they
were-
are, they've been awesome to work with.
Good.
But he and I were talking about it, and normally it's like $5,000 for them to do
I was
this
gonna say,
capital
ours is more
asset
than that.
thing. Yeah, yes.
Ours is a lot.
And so he is slashing his price in half because
Yeah.
it's gonna help us with the other plan that we're already working on. So what I would like to do, I can cover a lot of this out of the township fund, probably 1,500 of it I can take out of the professional services. So I would like to take the other 1,000 of it out of the territory, even though the bulk of our stuff really is territory related. I can use township funds for the territory. I can't use territory funds for the township. So I'm okay to do that because we're trying to make sure that we're allocating as much of our territory money as we can to the actual emergency needs. So I'm asking for you guys to approve the $1,000 from the territory, from that professional services in your general fund there to help cover the cost of this.
Make a motion that we take from the fire territory $1,000 towards the Kaiser consulting contract.
I'll second that.
Let me catch up, sorry. Can't remember which one I'm writing on, so I guess we'll have to staple them together. Okay, do you guys have any questions about it? I mean, it's kind of a long agreement, but really most of it's just the like client responsibilities, which is that I'm gonna provide them all the financial information that they need, which I'm already doing anyway. And really just how we would get out of the contract if we want to, it's like all the legal language.
Do you have the original?
You should
We all
not.
have them.
Oh,
It's
we all
just-
have original signature?
Yeah, we all have signature.
Okay,
It's,
just
you
gonna
copied
say-
it with the
I
signature.
just noticed that.
I copied it with Jade's signature.
Right.
But
Yes.
it's in blue, so that's why I think we all.
Oh, gotcha. Oh,
Yes.
because I printed it in a town hall.
Yeah.
And we have a color printer there. You're not used to seeing
Oh,
color down
okay.
here.
Okay.
Yes, I'm sorry. I didn't even realize that his signature was on there. I have the one, which is fine. This one I'll be able to sign. I just need you guys to be good with the $1,000 spend from the territory. So if you don't have any other questions, then is everybody in favor?
Yes.
Aye.
Anybody opposed? Okay. Just a reminder about the EMS week celebrations, there'll be the free CPR classes, the blood pressure checks, the blood drive, the car seat safety checks, there'll be a DJ and food trucks. Obviously, the food truck is at Winter Home Sense. It's it's the Saturday Memorial Day weekend, the 23rd, right?
Yep.
Yes.
And our kids' camp is June 19th.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that.
18th?
I think it's the 13th.
13th is a
It
Saturday.
is, because it's
It's
the
Friday, it's
weekend
the
that made
13th,
us
isn't it?
here.
June what?
13th.
That'll be down at the school all day. We actually just purchased everything for it. It was like $2,500.
Mm-hmm. But that was, you guys got a grant to cover all that.
Yeah.
I think that's, just make sure. I didn't have anything else in the handy file.
I like that EMS week. It's a good idea. Just, yeah, from a public standpoint, I think it's a great idea.
Okay, nope, we're good. I'm gonna pass around these minutes, if you guys will just sign these before you leave. And then, did anything else?
The only other news, I owe, a quote for, privacy fence between our two properties. And what we're doing is we're trying to limit it to just materials, and then they'll volunteer their time and we'll volunteer our time to put it up.
One
So,
of those things where you respect the neighbors type thing.
Oh,
Yeah.
Absolutely.
yeah,
So it probably needs to be done with this much. I mean, we're training all hours of the night.
Mm-hmm. Where's this at, this house over here?
Right back
Oh,
behind.
behind
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, sounds like a good idea.
So yeah, we're trying to keep the cost down as low as possible and everybody just thought.
That was one thing I asked Brandy, is like, you know, instead of hiring a company to do it, maybe we can just do it in-house, you know?
Mhm.
But we just gotta figure out an agreement there between neighbors and.
Yeah.
Figure that aspect out, but it probably needed to be done a long time ago,
Mhm.
just, down the back and then here.
Just along the brush line.
So just something to think about.
Yeah.
But she didn't have a quote yet, so there's nothing.
Okay,
Yeah, I will get it.
okay,
And whenever our next meeting is, I'll have it, I promise.
deal. I just made a note of it, and so we'll just leave it, and then whenever you get to it.
Sounds like a plan. Oh,
I do ask, I got one more thing. As we start pushing this ladder truck in service, I just thought about it. I do want to start sending people a little bit more intensive training that's not in-house.
Mhm.
How do you guys want me to communicate that?
Like as far as costs?
Yeah, there might be certain costs, like if I have to send somebody to New York for whatever reason, you know what I mean? So is there a cap that I can work with, or
What do you have left in the line right now, do you know?
don't have it in front of me, so there's quite a bit.
Let's look at it later and
Okay.
see what's in the training line, and then we can touch base with them.
With it being a new piece of equipment here and nobody's used to it, I really want to do at least one time, like send 3 or 4 people to a very extensive informational meeting or
Yes.
training.
Uh-huh.
Seems prudent. for
And then is
sure.
Burford still coming to
Yeah.
help train too for Monday?
Yeah, and then I've got a battalion chief from Indianapolis Fire, they're gonna come down and we're gonna create a meeting next week, actually. We're gonna create a basic all the way to intermediate training segment here that Indianapolis Fire is gonna do. So that'll be a big deal also.
Sure.
But this truck brings a whole lot of call volume, responsibility. It's a big deal.
Excellent.
So I just wanted to throw that out there, you might see some pretty stuff happening.
It's mostly related to the new ladder truck, right?
Correct.
Absolutely.
I haven't seen it.
Well, let's look at the line and then we'll figure it out, and if there's some specific training that you have in mind, then we can kind of see where we stand with it and what we can, who we can afford to send, and who's gonna make the most of going too.
It has to stay in service just as much as the ambulance.
Yeah,
24 hours a day, 7 days a week, so I have to form teams and all that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
do you guys want to try to set your next meeting date? Or do you want to play it by ear? Because I don't know that we're gonna have anything super pressing, and we don't necessarily have to meet in June if something's not coming up. Do you want to leave it
I'm okay with it.
to be determined?
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you know of anything?
The only thing that might pop up is some repair stuff.
Right.
And if we decided you could text us on that if something will come up?
That's up to you guys.
Yeah, I mean, I think if we have to do something on like an emergency basis, some sort of
repair,
repair, whatever, we could just touch base with you guys and then get
If
this.
it's not gonna run and we can't get the truck out, I mean.
I'll just mark
It's
it.
not going down.
My issue, Trina, is if we
I don't
are
know
gonna have a
what my
meeting,
luck.
I need to have that at least a week or 2 in advance. Typically, it's 2 weeks, because sometimes I'll have things scheduled
Okay,
this time of night.
okay.
I do
All
have meetings.
Well, aren't you the one?
He
Yeah,
is.
I am.
He's busy.
He's popular.
I don't know about that. Oh, I did get a Facebook message that says, "You're popular."
Mhm.
What's that? You really get this?
I'm here to big class.
I never heard that.
All right, well, I'm good. If somebody wants to motion to adjourn.
No, second.
Wait, Trish, you were the first.
Okay.
Brandy is the second.
Sorry, Brandy.
No,
Okay.
that's okay. Everybody in favor of that?
I,
And we're done at 6:31
It's my
p.m.
husband's birthday, so I'm gonna take a
Yeah,
different.
tell me some happy birthday.
James, happy birthday. You have a great vacation.
Thank you.
I hope that boat is everything you need it
I
to
hope it has a vacation, extra else.
be. Please went over in October.